Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we are going to do the Dragon Ball Saga team beating every hard content in the game. So I'm continuing the series here, and we are taking on these new Dragon Ball Hero stages. So we're going to have Legs, Metal Cooler, and Hearts, and the fights actually were pretty short. They didn't take that long. So I am just going to do all three of them in one video. I normally have them as separate videos, but like the Legs part alone was only like 3 minutes. So I'm like, that's not really that long of a video. So we'll just shove them all together and make it like a 15-minute video or something like that, right? So if you're unfamiliar kind of with my series, what I do here is I take one of my favorite teams in the game. I think this was my favorite team in the game until Heroes. I'm now really liking the Heroes team like a ton. They're insanely good. But what I love about this team is it has a lot of free-to-play units. It's got like the best free-to-play units in the game on it. And they're just insanely good. And you can see here, we're getting through the first turn of Legs like very quickly. Now, what Legs has for a gimmick is if Legs supers you and hits, she will do like every debuff in the game potentially. Like attack down, defense down, stun, seal. Like she just does everything. So it can be devastating. So having Aider here in slot 1 is like really good because he can tank fairly well. And I don't care if he doesn't get to attack because he's got a pretty low attack set. So watch. Legs is going to super here. Watch what she does. So yeah, look, every debuff in the game basically on Aider. So he's just like done. But that's fine. And he took some decent damage there. Now, what I like about this team is it doesn't have a lot of build-up units. And I talked about this with Dragon Ball Heroes, about why I like them so much, is those two new Vegetos, like the new EZA and then the new AGL Vegeto, they don't need any build-up. They're just really good turn 1, right? Which is pretty dang awesome. So what I like about the Dragon Ball Saga team is there really isn't any build-up here. There's only two things that kind of build up. Aider is the one true build-up unit in that he gets damage reduction, and one condition is just to have a Kid Goku, which we did have right there, so we had half of his damage reduction. To get the other half, you have to be on turn 5. So that's the only reason Aider took damage there. When Aider has his full damage reduction up, he's at 80 to 88%, because if Goku hits his orbs, he'll add another 8% to Aider and put him at 88% damage reduction. And he actually gets like a solid amount of defense. Like Aider just can't be touched by anything in the game in that situation. And then Bulma has build up on damage reduction, but it doesn't really matter because she's so good defensively right out of the gate because she's guarding. She gets to really decent defensive numbers, especially depending on how many orbs you grab, and she has guaranteed guard for 7 turns. And so what's nice about Bulma is you are guarding with damage reduction for 7 turns, and then by the time your guard runs out, which most times it won't because the fights don't go long enough for it to run out, but if it does, then she's built up enough damage reduction that she won't need the guard. She's just a really brilliantly designed unit with really good support capabilities, orb changing. The busted 2-turn support is just crazy. So yeah, Bulma's so good. And then Physical Gigoku, one of the better aging Dokkan Fest, right? So here he goes. He's going to take a shot from Legs. They're 150k. That's solid for a red zone boss. We'll take that. He got a bunch of debuffs, but didn't matter because he already got to attack. But Physical Kid Goku is probably my weakest defensive unit on the team. And he's coming on a year old for a Dokkan Fest, right? So there we go. Legs is out. So let's go ahead and go to the next fight here. So now we're going against Golden Metal Cooler. And this fight I didn't find hard at all either. And the thing with the Dragon Ball Saga team, when I go in and record these fights, I have a whole playlist of Dragon Ball Saga beating every hard fight in the game. Most of the time, they've done it on their first try. Not every time, but most of the time, I just get it done on the first try because they're just so good and so defensively sound. It's pretty hard to get bad rotations because they've all got Dragon Ball Saga links. The only like super bad rotation you can get is like if you get Aider like super far away from a Kid Goku and it takes a while to get him to one, or if you get like a triple Bulma rotation because they don't link at all, or like getting Yamcha without a Peppy Gale. But that's usually only for 1 turn max because there's with 3 Bulmas on the team, like you're gonna have a Bulma floating in at some point to be with Yamcha. So it is really hard to get really bad rotations here. And even if it's not your perfect set like this, like Bulma, Yamcha, Bulma, this is not my ideal rotation. But you put Yamcha in the middle, as long as he's not in slot 1, Yamcha's good. Because Yamcha gets a bunch of defense on super. He's guaranteed guarding. He's pretty much like Dark Mask King. And what I like about the new Heroes team is I kind of see a lot of parallels to the Dragon Ball Saga team, right? So I look at AGL Vegito as similar to Bulma. Now I know they're very different types of units, but I see them both as a unit that they're both good on turn 1, and you feel good about them just being in slot 1, turn 1, right? So AGL Vegito and Bulma are kind of serving that role. Then in slot 2, you've got physical Vegito on the Heroes team, which I find parallels to physical Kid Goku because they're both support units. They're both hitting like 10, 11, sometimes even 12 mil attack stats. And they're both supporting, and like they're just doing that for the team, right? So I really like that. Physical Vegito, I definitely would say is better maybe defensively than the Goku because he has the nullification, which really helps. But like that similar role, right? They're going to sit in slot 2. They're supporting, making the units on the rest of the rotation look really good, which I like. And then in slot 3, like on Heroes, you've got units like Metal Cooler, you've got Janemba, you've got Dark Mask King, like all of these units that could just sit and be tanks, like say that Tech Bulma right there. Or you have like really good supports that feel like Int Bulma, because Int Bulma is just like a dodge or die character with a good amount of dodge and good support. Well, that's pretty much like Int Toa and Int Pan on the Heroes team. So I think that's why I'm liking the new Heroes team so much, is I feel like I can build something that feels similar to how this Dragon Ball Saga team operates that's so good. Because most teams have some type of really strong weakness, and usually it's having like a slot 1 unit that can tank. So now Heroes and then Dragon Ball Saga have had it because DB Saga now has Aider, right? Who's also like a turn 1, slot 1. You can just put him there and tank. He's really good after turn 5. Now Aider's going to look really bad here, and he's going to take a lot of damage. The reason why is Aider is missing both damage reduction conditions. There's no Goku, and it's not turn 5. I probably should have put Aider in slot 2 here, was probably the smarter play. I think I was just going a little bit fast here, but Yamcha in slot 3 would have been 100% fine there, even though he's type disadvantage, because he would have been guarding. Yamcha would tank just fine, so I probably played this wrong, but we still are able to survive it. So yeah, Aider at 1.5 mil, not very good because he needs to get hit. So that first hit, 150k, now he's a lot better. Still taking 30k though. We got very lucky he didn't get supered. Aider would have got us killed there. So that was me kind of with a misplay and just getting lucky with the RNG there. But normally Aider tanks so much better than that. Once again, you just have to have a Kid Goku and then get past turn 5. So now here I feel like Tech Bulma in slot 1 seems like a pretty safe play. She's guarding on top of most likely having 77% damage reduction. She won't be able to be touched. And even when she dodges, she has a chance to proc her damage reduction. So we definitely have it there. And then she can still hit like little 4 mil attack stats. We'll take that. And then here's Goku at 8 mil. Normally Goku looks better because he's next to like STR Bulma getting the support and everything. And having more support. But I mean, Int Bulma is supporting. So that's pretty good there. And then 8.7. But yeah, Kid Goku, he likes to put out multiple supers. Kind of do all that stuff for me, right? And go crazy. Now, Cooler's going to super here, but Kid Goku, he's going to tank it like a champ. Yeah, 250k, we'll take that. I don't know the exact attack stats on these units, but I definitely know they're all hitting hard. So, we take every boss seriously in here. I think any of these red zone bosses are capable of killing you if you don't have the right units and you're not prepared for it. So here we've got the Kid Goku active skill we can pop. We got Bulma in slot 1. Might as well pop the Kid Goku here. Take some free damage. Give him some buffs. We'll let Bulma grab her 7 orbs, so she's going to get her guaranteed additional super. Goku, I would really love to get 7 orbs there. I didn't quite see it. I just grabbed all those rainbow orbs because they were there. Alright, and you can see we're at like half health, so it's not like we're tanking everything perfectly here. We're still taking some damage in spots, but definitely getting by. And yeah, Cooler's about to be out of here with Bulma. If she's going to be critting, Cooler's not going to be lasting very long. Alright, he survived that one, but she's coming in with the third. This Bulma's so good. I'm so glad I rainbowed her. She's insane. So there you go. There's Cooler. So now, let's go ahead and go to Hearts, which is the last red zone stage that got added. Like I said, normally I do these all separate, but these fights were fairly short. And I would say most people would say that these new Heroes red zone stages are fairly easy. Like, they're not like the hardest, right? They're definitely not like the Future Saga ones we just got, but they still have red zone difficulty. So I just have to make sure my Dragon Ball Saga team beats every hard content in the game. We got to get it done. I think the Heroes team would absolutely demolish these two, for sure. Especially against Hearts. Like, you'd have AGL Vegito. I would think a turn with AGL Vegito, Physical Vegito could maybe one turn the STR Hearts. Just because AGL Vegito's usually hitting like triple 15 mil attack stats. If he's on his active skill turn, he would be guaranteed critting. I don't know that STR Hearts can survive a barrage of AGL Vegito. I'll probably do a run with them in here for fun at some point. But yeah, they're going to crush Hearts. But I'm probably never going to run like the Legs or Metal Cooler again, because those were really easy. But I would maybe run Hearts again, because he's the quote-unquote like hardest of the batch. For sure. But kind of like my frustration with Dokkan has been like too many units that have transformations and buildups that are too hard to get into. And it's just not as fun. So I find it very refreshing that the AGL Vegito and then Physical Vegito EZA are so good, so dominant from turn 1, and they don't need like any buildup at all. It's the other reason I like the Dragon Ball Saga team not needing to be built up. So, like, one of the units I was the most frustrated with would be, like, the LR AGL Vegito that we recently got. Because you're pretty much seeing, you're in that blue Vegeta Goku phase for most of it, and, like, I just don't have fun with them. I don't feel like they're that impressive. I know they're solid, right? But, like, I don't want to play with them. I want to play with Vegito. And the thing that's frustrating with that Vegito in particular, and we could extend this out to just every transformation unit that has a tough transformation, it's just that by the time you get to them, in a lot of these fights, and you're seeing here with these red zones, like, I'm not really even getting to turn 7 on any of these, right? We're just blitzing through. And I recently did a Heroes fight on Fusion Zamasu that was under turn 7. So it's like, a lot of times I'm not even able to transform into Vegito, and then when I do, I maybe get one attack with him and it's done. And then I go into another fight and I got to play with the dumb Goku Vegeta again. So it's like, it's just nice to get these Heroes units where, like, you just get the unit turn 1, you get to play with them, get to use them. I'm praying that whenever they release Beast Gohan, which you know he's coming, that we just get Beast Gohan turn 1. Like, don't give me any that's playing around. Do not release another Ultimate Gohan. Do not release a Super Saiyan Gohan. We don't want that. We need Beast Gohan from turn 1. They better bring it. I would even love a turn 1 Orange Piccolo. I think that would be fantastic. Dude, for Anniversary, if you just give me... I know you typically do a villain unit, but what if you just gave me Orange Piccolo and Beast Gohan straight up turn 1? And then that Orange Piccolo could link with the current Ultimate Awakened Piccolo. Like, that would be insane. Make them, like, perfect linking partners, right? That would be crazy. So, alright. And now, Hearts does have a countdown super. And I don't remember if we even eat one here. We might. And I'm assuming this Hearts countdown super has to be like over 1 million damage. Typically these countdowns are meant to like kill you if you don't have dodge or like an insane damage reduction unit. So if someone in the comments wants to let me know, if you know what Hearts' stats actually are, you can let me know. But here, I'm just kind of guessing, right? If Hearts unloads on Physical Kid Goku, we are dead, 100%. Unless he dodges, which he can dodge. But, well, it's a friend unit. I guess I don't know how much dodge the friend unit has, but mine can dodge. If he unloads on Bulma, we're going to be fine because she's got all the damage reduction. But she got locked in slot 1. All right, so here I got nervous because he counted down the 1. And now it's Kid Goku. And it's like, oh, is he going to super Kid Goku? Because I put him there because that's where the least attacks are coming. Because he is type disadvantage, right? So let's see what happens here. But Hearts, I mean, he's going to pop it off on this turn. We just don't know where. And I'm definitely not killing him. So Hearts is going to get his countdown super. Goku looking pretty good, though, with the triple super. That definitely bodes well for his defense. Every super is definitely helping his defense for sure. And then we got Lucky there. And then we got Aider. Now, Aider is going to be a goat here. He's going to have 80% damage reduction with guard because he's type advantage. So yeah, you can super Aider all you want. So this is the countdown. This is probably supposed to hit really hard, right? And I didn't catch how many I got. Yeah, dude, Aider taking 75k. He may, I guess I would have to go back and watch, but if Goku grabbed 7 orbs, that would have been 88% damage reduction with guard, and he still didn't take double digits. So just the fact alone that Aider did not take double digits there tells me that that attack is massive and ridiculous. So this team just masking the fight, making it look easy because Aider took nothing there. But I think almost any other unit on the team will die from that, because that seemed like an insane massive nuke of an attack. So now it's like we just got to make sure we kill him before he gets it again, because I don't know that I can line that up on Ader every time. I think we got pretty lucky there. This did happen to be my first run against Hearts, so I'll definitely do more runs against him, like with heroes, and we'll see how much damage I take from that with other units. But I think you kind of need a dodge or like an insane damage reduction unit there like Ader to survive that, for sure. Or get like a nullification with physical Vegito, like something like that. All right, and then Hearts here is pretty close. I think Yamcha gets to do the honors here. I think it's when, yeah, there comes a little bit of dodge there for me. Yeah, he's counting down quick, but he's not going to attack this turn. And then Yamcha with 7.2, I think is going to deal the finishing blow here. Yep, we got it. So anyways, guys, there you go. Dragon Ball Saga taking out all 3 new Dragon Ball Heroes Red Zone stages. Let me know what you think of this team. Let me know what you think of this hero celebration. It's fantastic, I think. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.